Hello, everybody, and welcome. My name is Yusef, and I'm an area manager and independent consultant with this lovely company called Arbonne, and I want to welcome you to our Saturday afternoon men's panel. Our intention today is really to just explore a little bit about what we stand for, what we do as Arbonne, as the Arbonne community, and so that you can decide if there's something in this for you. You may be here to support a friend, you may be here to learn more about the business. You may be here to see if these products are your new go-to brand. No matter what you're here for, we appreciate your presence and I appreciate you being here. And I encourage you to listen with an open heart and an open mind because you never know what may be a fit here for you or for someone you know. I was a person that found out about this through someone else, like everybody else in this company. It really takes people in order to pass this blessing on. And you may find something that aligns with your values. And 3 years ago, when Arbonne found me, these concepts of pure, of clean, of safe products were very, very new to me, but they were very appealing. And the two things that I was really struggling with 3 years ago when Arbonne found me was my body and my bills. Two things that we all got at one point or another, right? And I was at this crossroads of losing 100 pounds and I needed tools, and I was working on my financial literacy and I needed tools. And so I was at a very frustrating point in my industry. I'm an actor by trade and I teach at a college in the Central Coast of California. And I also work with body awareness and emotional intelligence and educational programming, which are all lovely things for my soul and the soul of humans in general, but are kind of fickle when it comes to the paycheck. And I was losing my patience with allowing other people to determine what my time was worth. And Arbonne came crash landing into my life and I was smitten. I was like, this is so lovely. I was like, they're a cool company. They look beautiful. They're going across the globe. What isn't there to love? And then I realized that the reason that my cool friends aren't doing this is because it takes people. Like I said earlier, it takes people to reach out to you and say, hey, I would love for you to come learn about this. And I have no idea if it's a fit for you, because it's truly the connection of humanity that makes this company and makes this business thrivable and sustainable and absolutely brilliant. So what is this Arbonne thing, right? So Arbonne really is four important things. It's a brand, it's a business, it's a community, and it's a movement. As a brand, we are a market leader in clean, high performance, botanically based personal care, nutrition, and beauty products. We are all about holistic health and using the mind, body, skin connection and offering products for healthy living on the inside and out, really the whole package. As a business, we are 40 years old, rock solid, $615 million a year that offers a mobile global e-commerce business opportunity to anyone over the age of 18. And it really is a choose your own adventure opportunity. Some people do this because they love the community and don't really want to make, a whole lot of money. Some people do this because they need that change and they need the opportunity to really build themselves an entrepreneurial machine and business. And if you want to know about what you can expect when it comes to what to earn as an Arbonne independent consultant, please visit earnings.arbonne.com. They have a 2-page document that explains it all, way more succinctly than you'll get here. The purpose of this is to introduce you to the community and to really get some people in front of you and their stories. And that takes me to my third pillar, which is Arbonne as a community. And it's thousands of people who voluntarily come together to be positive, passionate, and help each other feel better, look better, and live better. And that puts us into this movement that is really undeniable in our world today and henceforth and forevermore. And that's the clean beauty, clean products revolution, which is really about empowerment, transparency, and sustainability. All things that any company that wants to succeed over the next 20 years must begin to think about. And I feel glad to be partnered with a company like Arbonne that not only values these things, but puts them to the forefront in how we build our entire organization. And so every day we are voting with our dollars, whether we like it, know it or not, we really are. And so by saying yes to a company like Arbonne, you're saying yes to safety and no to toxins. And Arbonne is a certified B Corporation, which is really exciting. And if you don't know what that means, please look it up. Because unlike other companies, we voluntarily use business as a force for good because it's not going anywhere. That's the truth. And so it's how we use what we have that really decides the impact that moves us forward. So every time you purchase from Arbonne, you're supporting a company that puts as much value on the planet and its people as it does on profit, which is what you want to do no matter what you're shopping for. And so I love that from an educated consumer standpoint, this really gives you an appetizer of what it means to be a conscious shopper, right? And so Arbonne sits at this intersection of huge worldwide trends: health and wellness, internet shopping, social media, and home-based, phone-based businesses. And in a day like today, where your things come from, who touches them, and how you're able to work really matter, it really is valuable to have something like Arbonne in your pocket and in your community, because our products are really everything you use every day. Face, body, creams, toothpaste, protein, digestion, mascara, shampoo, conditioner. I could go on and on and on. And we offer these because they're daily consumables, things we use every day and things that we will continue to need and need again. Everything's double blind, clinically tested, and all of our products have a 45-day money back guarantee, which means that anything that you try and you don't like, Arbonne will allow you to send it back within 45 days and will give you your money back. And they want to know how we can better serve you, which is an important quality in any company you decide to support with your dollars. We are vegan certified, cruelty-free, and non-GMO. Unlike other brands, we voluntarily are free of 2,000 dangerous chemicals like parabens, mineral oils, and phthalates that are commonly used in other skincare products and just in the skincare industry in general. And they are linked to skyrocketing rates of epidemic diseases. There hasn't been a revision in the consumer protection law in the personal care section in almost 100 years. And that really is heartbreaking to me, but it also is empowering and invigorating, because a company like Arbonne allows us to educate ourselves about those things. Because the US and the FDA only ban to restrict anywhere between 8 to 11 ingredients. And it really, 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 really matters what we put onto our body every single day. What we put onto our children, what we put onto our parents stacks up over the years and contributes to our toxic density. And so it's important to know how to clean up the things you're putting on your skin and how to clean up the things you're ingesting into your body. And so 2 top selling lines I'll talk about, and then we'll get to our panelists, are our 30 Days to Healthy Living, which is a complete total body reboot, helping maintain healthy weight, gain energy, focus, feel fabulous, and eliminate foods that can be secretly wreaking havoc on your body. This is the program that I started with because it was the thing I heard. I was like, that I can do. The rest of that stuff, I don't know what you're talking about, but that 30-day thing, I could do that part. And I said yes to the business because why not, you know? And I discovered that it was the most brilliant intellectual business and personal development arena that I have ever come across in my entire life. And our second flagship line is our Arena and Skincare, which is the first hello child, which is our first skincare line that utilizes sustainably harvested orange stem cells as its key ingredient to target the signs of healthy aging. And so when we think about all of these superior and high-class products, why are we able to do this, and how are we able to distribute them in a way that's effective and mass-produced in 6 different global markets? If I didn't say that earlier, this is a global thing we're talking about. This is not just in the borders of the United States. So as you hear this, think globally. And the reason we're able to do this globally is because of our business model and our distribution model, which is social and network marketing. It's the fastest growing business model on the planet, and it is really the smartest way to do business. And it's the smartest way to diversify your income portfolio. And I know those are words that you're like, what? My income portfolio? But yes, that is how we continue to move the margins and increase and move the 1%, because our distribution model cuts out all of the steps in your traditional retail marketing. So in your traditional stores, if this chapstick was on a shelf, it would have to go through about 6 or different 7 steps in order to get from the people who make it to me buying it. But what network marketing does is it takes out all of those steps, which are hands that need to touch it and people that need to be paid and buildings that need to take space on ground, all kinds of things. Network marketing takes all of those steps and it goes from the people who make it to the people who use it right to their front door. And that is really, really smart. It's just smart. And that's the most fabulous thing about it. And so it's brilliant because it brings people into our lives that can add such value. And speaking of these lovely people, I'd love to go to our panelists and have them introduce themselves and answer 2 very quick questions. What did your life look like before you joined, and what was your original reason for starting your own Arbonne business? And I'd love to start with Sawyer, and then Luke, and then Dani. You can go ahead and unmute yourself and take it away.
Hi guys, my name is Sawyer and I am an area manager with Arbonne. I have been, I'm from Iowa, so there's lots going on here lately if you haven't been watching the news, but move that aside. And I've been with Arbonne for about 3 years. I've been doing the business for about one. Um, and my life before Arbonne, I was kind of a gypsy. I was also a performer like Yusef, and I was working in the theme park and cruise ship world. So I was always traveling, and in theme parks, it gets really, really hot. And I was just rigorous athletics coming out of my body, even when it wasn't even in my body at times. And I needed something to kind of fuel my body. On the other end of the note, when I wasn't performing, I was actually fueling my body with not safe, not healthy things. So I was working really hard and I wasn't fueling my body properly. And I had some liver issues from the not fueling my body properly at that time. And I needed to change something. And so I had found the 30 Days to Healthy Living. And I had done 90 days of that, and it cured all my liver issues. And then I also needed something to continue performing and fuel my day to day. And so I just kept using the products. And then my upline, Heather Solomon, was like, "What? You should look at this business." And so from there, that's kind of how Arbonne fell into my life. Also, with performing in the gypsy lifestyle, the performing arts don't always pay with a big golden ticket as far as for what our craft is. So I also needed something that made my wallet look a little bit healthier so that I could do the performing arts that I love to do for my heart, even though it wasn't always funding my wallet. So I needed some income on the side as well. So that kind of just checked all the boxes for me. And that's how I got introduced to Arbonne.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Luke, let's hear from you.
Well, good afternoon, good evening. I can say evening because I'm over here on the East Coast near DC. My name is Luke Huntington. I'm what's called an executive area manager in Arbonne, and I am so grateful to be able to say that I have been involved with this amazing company for over 8 years. And I'm means I'm 29 years old, about to be 29 years old. I started when I was 20. And it's interesting because when I was 20 years old, my life was obviously very different from where I am now. I was in college, and really my original reason why I decided to do this business was because I was so concerned with the state of my peers. I was not about to graduate, but I had fellow, peers, college classmates, so forth, people who were in our generation, the millennial generation, starting to go out and find careers or jobs that didn't necessarily allow for them to thrive. It necessarily only barely allowed for them to survive. And that really scared me. And I was very, very fortunate to be aware of what an entrepreneurial type lifestyle can be. I have two parents who were very much entrepreneurs as I grew up. But the only difference about myself was that I didn't know how to become an entrepreneur. Now they're finally teaching people and students how to be an entrepreneur and actually have your own business. Because nowadays, that's really, from my experience, and I can give you an idea. My full-time job is I'm in marketing and sales for Lamborghini and McLaren. So people who are at that kind of peer and tier of lifestyle, they're all entrepreneurs. So I wanted to be able to have something that allowed for me to have full control of my life, never have to worry about taking what I could get, and allowing for myself to not have to worry about what a job could dictate what my life looks like. I want to be able to dictate what my life looks like. And also have a vehicle that could allow me to do so without having to create something from scratch. And going into the way this business really works within the 21st century with technology, with even now with this unique world we're living in, I'm extremely grateful to what this business has allowed for me to accomplish when I'm having more financial stability, more time flexibility, also the amazing personal development that I've obtained over the course of my time with this incredible company. I know that I wouldn't be the person, the happy, positive, hardworking individual that I am today without this amazing company. So that's a little about why I'm here. Obviously, that just changed over the course of the past 8 or so years, but I just remember stepping back to my time back then and feeling so grateful for something like this company to come to me at such a young age.
Absolutely. I want to lift something up that you just said about what this business has given you and what it, and I also think that what this business allows us to perceive, like how we are able to think as an entrepreneurial is the revolution. You know what I mean? And like it's being able to perceive the world through that lens that really starts to disrupt how things have gotten the way they are. So I just wanted to lift that up because I think that that's brilliant. Dani, let's hear from you.
Hey guys, sorry. Hey guys, my name is Dani Montiel, and I'm an executive district manager with Arbonne. I was introduced to Arbonne about 3 years ago by my fellow peer in Arbonne, Jeanette Drager, who is also an executive district manager for us. And, you know, before I came to Arbonne, I was actually looking for a solution for something that I think a lot of people struggle with. And, you know, it was really that foggy brain, that tiredness, just not feeling 100% myself on a regular basis. And I really wanted a solution for that. And, you know, with talking with Jeanette, who I actually used to work with at Swarovski, she introduced me to Arbonne, and she started slowly with the nutrition line, and then I went into the skincare, and I fell in love with the product pretty quickly. I started to feel different. I started to feel lighter and much more alert at work. My energy level was up. So she, you know, she was sort of kind of feeling me out and seeing how she could talk to me about Arbonne. And then one day we were in a conference and she just kind of let it out. And she's like, well, do you want to, do you want to come to a DA with me? And I was like, okay, sure, what is this? And she's like, she explained it very quickly. I went to the DA. I met a lot of really cool, upbeat, positive people who had an entrepreneurial mindset, and I went for it. I just jumped in. I dove in, and I have to say that anything that has to do with your own effort definitely is not something that's going to happen overnight for you. It takes a lot of work and dedication and focus. So I did step away for a little bit and I came back. And when I came back is when I was the most focused and really excited. And it just so happened that I came back when I was furloughed from Swarovski when, time's starting to change. So I was able to reach some great goals during that time, and I'm still going. Right now, I have to say that Arbonne has really fueled my ambition and my dreams. When I when I was introduced to Arbonne, I didn't really have that mindset. I didn't really know that you could have multiple streams of income, that you could have, a side business and really be successful at it and really be excited about it. And I mean, I'm grateful because I'm constantly surrounded by people, by individuals. I'm attending Zoom meetings with people who have really positive things to say. And it also fuels other dreams that I have. It fuels my creative side. We do our own marketing, we do our own clienteling, and I get to be creative with that. So it's really, and I consume the product. I love the product so much. It's made such a huge change. And just little side note, people are constantly telling me that they can see it, when my energy level. Yesterday I stopped by to visit an old coworker, and she's like, you look younger. Your energy level is up. What's going on? Like, what are you doing? And I was like, well, it's my Arbonne, girl. So, I mean, that's really all I can say in a nutshell. Arbonne has just been a positive experience all around from the beginning, and I'm really grateful for it.
Beautiful. So let's get into some nitty gritty here. You learned a little bit about the brand, you learned a little bit about these individuals. So now let's talk about what makes Arbonne different and how you might do what we do. So I would love to ask Luke first, what does starting an Arbonne business, what makes it different than a typical job? So what makes starting this business with Arbonne different than having a job? Could you tell us a little bit about that, Luke? I can't hear him. I'll tell you about it. Well, we worked that out. So, I feel fortunate because I have both. I have a job and I also run this business. And the biggest thing that I find to be the difference is about time leverage, impact, you being the boss of how big this gets, and you deciding when and how much you work. With a typical job, if you don't show up, you're not able to get paid, you're not able to reap the benefits of having a job. And what building a business allows you is really an opportunity to decide what your time is worth and to decide, because what we do is we teach people how to shop all over the world again and again and again and again. And these people exist in different time zones, exist in different places in the world, and they're going to continue to shop, whether I am asleep, whether I am injured, whether I am visiting family. And that is what continues to allow this business to be brilliant, because I don't have to be there for somebody to shop for what they need. And we do that for thousands upon thousands of people. And we do not make money if people are not served. The only time we make money is when people purchase products, when someone is being served by what we offer. We don't make money to recruit you. That would be silly, and that would make this not a legal business. But because we're part of the Direct Sales Association, we have a set of standards that we must uphold. And so we only make money when products are served to individuals and to communities. And so that's what I find to be the biggest difference about Arbonne business and a typical job. So shifting to a little bit of a different topic, Sawyer, are you, yeah, there you are. What makes, I've heard of people who haven't succeeded in network marketing before. Why do you think that is? And what qualities do you think are important to succeed here?
Well, first of all, I do believe to succeed kind of at anything, you really have to have a passion for whatever it is you're doing. And the great thing about having a bunch of different types of products within Arbonne, whether it's nutrition, skincare, bath and body, baby, men's, like we do carry kind of cover a wide variety that you can kind of special in to kind of get your groove in with being behind the product with a passion. I think also that, you know, I think you mentioned this before, but Arbonne being a B Corp, if you are really into humanity, if you are really into the green earth, sustainable living, the future of what we need to accomplish in order to, you know, survive on this planet, that within itself, so the passion for living and healthy living and being the best version of ourselves, finding whatever your passion is, those are some things of mine, obviously. But I also think that being with a network marketing company that has a solid business model for you to succeed on a platform that shows growth, shows that tons of people around the globe are succeeding. I think that inspires me as well. But going back to ourselves as individuals, having vision and drive, and being the best version of yourself, like I said, so people fall in love with people before they fall in love with the product. And I think in order to succeed at something, you have to be the best version of yourself and show that you are authentically you. And people follow that. People see that. That's not something that, you know, can be faked. And I believe that that is kind of the root of how Arbonne and how our company and culture really succeeds. Bringing yourself to the table. I also think that some good qualities within this company are having a really open mind and opening yourself up and your life up and the picture of that life to see what the vision of your life could be if you had this as a vehicle. And then after you see that picture, being coachable because someone before you has done this and knows how to do it, and learning from someone who can show you that path, the entrepreneurs that are ahead of us in this company, being coachable and having the open-mindedness to put our egos aside so that we can succeed and get to the level that so many are succeeding with this company. One other thing I wanted to say was, with the way of the world right now, as we have all seen by the glorious numbers 2020, people are looking for healthier alternatives, healthier solutions, and wellness from home. And you know, some people from being home, whether this pandemic has affected you or not, people are seeing that time spent with family and time is really the biggest form of currency that there is. So some people are looking for time leverage with their family. They're looking for health and wellness, and they're also looking for a way to make money at home so they're not missing their kids grow up. They're not missing quality time with someone they love, and they're also being safe and healthy without going out and shopping or going out to the store. So I believe that this really encompasses all three of those things. And we have that gift to give others, the gift where they can stay home and stay safe and also have a limitless income. So I think that those qualities within the business and the qualities of ourselves to succeed in this business is kind of how I'm seeing it all work here this year.
That's beautiful. And as people are hearing this, you may either be like, "Whoa, none of that is me," or "Oh, all of that is me." But no matter where you are, I just want to encourage that this is not a business by yourself. You when you say yes to Arbonne, you say yes to a community of people that care, that really care, because this world is about caring. And we truly believe that as a community. Like Amy and I are not in the same team. We're not connected at all, but because she is lovely and we have a wonderful connection with one another, this is fun. This is fun for us to build and fun for us to create for you all to enjoy and be a part of. Absolutely.
I'm gonna pay you that $5.
Yeah, right. You know it's more than $5. Quit playing. Okay. Yeah.
Luke is back. There was a.
Oh, wonderful. Can you hear me, Luke?
I sure can. I apologize. I had to jump in the car. Is a great example of how we can do this business from anywhere. I'm actually working on closing on a house, so I had to go to an appointment. But
Okay.
but sorry about that. But fire away.
No worries. Fabulous. Really quickly, just can you briefly share with us, what do you think makes starting an Arbonne business different than a typical job? And then we'll
You
let you
know,
drive.
it's interesting. I'm a very good multitasker. So it's really interesting because I actually reflected back to when I started this business all yonder years ago, was that when you think about when you go get a job, right? What's the typical process? You go through an interview. Someone or multiple people are going through the process of analyzing pretty much, are you worthy of the position, right? Based off the person you are, based off your experience, based off what you've done in the past, things like that. And then you get to, or not you get to, they get to determine what really your lifestyle is going to look like. They determine how many hours a week you're going to work, if you're going to travel, if you're going to stay at home with your family, if you're going to be away from them for X amount of time. Are you going to be able to make a certain amount of money, which can allow you to be able to afford a certain type of lifestyle? So really kind of comparing it to that, it's almost in a way the complete opposite. It allows for people to be able to live an entrepreneurial type lifestyle. And the best part about it, kind of also reflecting to what I mentioned earlier about going towards a typical type of entrepreneur to what this kind of business provides. In my opinion, this kind of business provides the lifestyle of an entrepreneur, all the pros without any of the cons. So let's talk about the pros and cons of a normal entrepreneur. A normal entrepreneur, someone who owns their own business, owns their own schedule, makes the time up of when they work, when they vacation, how much income they make, and basically is their own boss and has full control over their lives, right? Now, that's the pros. Now, the cons typically are that when you are, let's say, starting a company or starting a business, huge financial or capital investment, right? I believe it was roughly an average of $150,000 to start a company for most big organizations before they actually see return on the profit, before they go red. I'm sorry, before they go black and out of the red. A lot of time investment, crazy amounts of time investment. And also when you are creating something from scratch, you have no road, you have no path to follow. You're creating something that's also very high risk because you don't have any kind of guarantee for success. Now, of course, we don't guarantee success in Arbonne because it's your business. You get to determine how much you put into it and what you get out of it. But what I tell people when I'm sharing this with people is that my responsibility is to help make sure that you, who are the person looking at this business, gets all the tools and all the resources that you need in order to become successful. And then it becomes up to you in order to be able to use those tools and actually see the success. So being that this company is 40 plus years old now and clearly is on an amazing trajectory and has been an amazing trajectory for the past really a good strong handful of years, with everything, the transition of trends going on, and also with everything going completely virtual more or less, is that we have the tools, we have the roadmap, we have the support, we have the resources that allow for people to be able to actually grow a business with a pathway. And it's up to you to be able to use it. And that really is the biggest difference between a typical corporate job and this, is that you have control, you have independence, you're given all the resources. And for a lot of companies, you're given the support, which a lot of companies, I know a lot of employees don't feel like they're given proper support. They're just, here's 2 weeks of training, hope you can do it well, go. Now in this, you're always getting the support, you're always getting the tools, and you never have to be alone. That's the biggest thing I'd say is the difference between a corporate job and Arbonne as a business.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Luke, stay safe on that road. Dani, why is now a great time to join the Arbonne community and start a business?
Well, why not? That's what I have to say. Why isn't it a good time? It's a great time, actually. There's a ton of people at home wondering what they can do to keep their finances going. And what a better sort of platform to start it with. You know, if somebody introduced you to this, trust them and trust the process. Don't be idealistic about the process and think that it's going to happen overnight, first of all. And imagine how incredible you'd be 1 year from now if you stopped fantasizing about things that you want to happen overnight and better your life and actively start a business and build one today. You know, it takes time, and like it was mentioned before, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes a lot of patience. We're at home. Let's learn a new skill. Let's get informed, you know, let's educate ourselves about what we're putting in our bodies. Right now, more than ever, people are much more educated about their nutrition, what they put on their skin. You're seeing all kinds of different brands popping up all over the place. But Arbonne is basically just giving you all the tools to start your own business and be successful. Is it going to be the solution to all of your problems? No, it's not going to be the solution to all of your problems. You're the solution to your problems because it's an effort-based business. You know, you got to put in that work. So if you want to resolve something, you gotta make it consistent. You got to do it every day. Dedicate a few hours a day to doing it. I come home after an 8-hour work day, you know, and I pick up my cell phone, which is my office, by the way. This little gadget right here is my office, and I'll film a video. I'll prepare something. I'll post something on social media that's gonna interest somebody. I'll be excited about it, you know. And people will reach out. People will ask you questions about the product. And guess what? You have the links. You have the tools. They've all been given to you by whomever recruited you or whomever brought you in. So it sounds easy, right? It sounds super simple, but nothing that you're gonna build on your own is gonna be super simple. The great thing about Arbonne is you have so many people here to support you and to listen to you, and not just to listen to you about your frustrations about the business. They wanna listen to all of it, right? They really wanna embrace you and motivate you and make you feel great about every aspect of your life, whatever it is. And where else are you gonna get that? When you're starting your own business, you're alone. You're by yourself. You don't have all of these people motivating you and uplifting you and giving you new ideas and sharing best practices, right? You're gonna have to trip and fall on your own. With Arbonne, you have a little bit of a safety net there, you know? And that's what's so great about it. And right now, like I said earlier, we're sitting at home. Let's do something about it. Let's not get depressed. Let's not allow our finances to go down. Let's learn a new skill. Let's educate ourselves and make it happen. Why not?
That's beautiful. That's really beautiful. And I think it's important for those of us that are listening to continue to write down or make a note of anything that you've heard this afternoon that spoke to you, encouraged you, or even made you feel a little knot in your stomach. Like it's okay to talk about all of those things because we know you may be afraid of what people may think of you. We know that you may not know very many people and don't know how you might grow a business. And we also know that you're super busy and you may not have time to do this. We know all of those things. Those are pretty standard with any new passion. But I encourage you to bring those questions back to the person and ask them, with this schedule, how could this work? With my network, how could this work? With how I feel about myself, how could this work? And we would love to partner with you to guide you through those obstacles because they're not eternal. they can happen and they do happen. And I personally refuse to let anybody doubt the capability of the human being. We are powerful, powerful, powerful liquid love entities. And so I encourage you all to reach back to whoever showed you this live or gave you the recording and talk to them about what spoke to you here. In the interest of time, I'm going to end our call here, and I want to give a huge thank you to our panelists. Thank you for spending the afternoon with us, and thank you to all of our guests for joining us. We do this every week at the same time, same Zoom ID. And yeah, feel free to reach out with any questions, and that'll be it. So you can end the recording, Amy.